for today's cup of coffee. Oh, it's been a challenging past few days. Yeah. Years, decade, lifetime. Yeah.
No, this year has been hard.
Yeah. You've had it worse than I have this year. You truly have.
I got smacked in the face with the frying pan.
Not literally. It's he's being melodramatic.
Yes, I am being melodramatic on that. That is not literal.
Leo rising.
That's what this year feels like, though.
Yeah. It's just been kind of crazy, but I'm hoping that there is hope on the horizon.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel at some point. I don't know. It's pretty dark.
Well, right now,
pretty rough.
Well, it's always darkest before the dawn, and this is a time for a lot of those little sayings that help get you through some really hard times. What if we just
traveling through the tunnel at night, and so we'll never see the...
No, that's where you get into that nihilism, and there's a lot of people that have done that, and then they give up on themselves and thusly give up on other people, and then they do bad shit.
Nah. Because at some point, you will get out of that tunnel, and morning will break.
Yeah. Just like we have been told that the heat dome that we were participants in has now collapsed.
What?
And we had a
heat
really...
dome? Exactly, run.
Ringtone.
The fuck?
Yeah. It was the heat dome. You didn't know about the heat dome? That's why we were in the 90s?
No. Had no idea about the heat dome.
It was over a large percentage of the United States. And that was the reason we were having unseasonable temperatures. And then there were the people that they think about, like the energy weapons and Dane Wigington, and that's a cup for another day.
That sounds like HARP. Fucking with shit.
Oh, Dane Wigington has been talking about this stuff for many years. Fascinating man. Geoengineering Watch. I can't remember if it's a .com or a .org. But we'll get on the... We'll talk about that for another day.
And get you a Fago Moon Mist while we're at it. You're in for a doozy.
Because this is still a weekend video, and so we sort of de-escalate, decompress, try to de-stress. But yeah,
I don't know. You're about to get stressed.
I am. I'm going to go into. I'm not as tense as I was. But it was actually a good day. We had a hell of a rain there a little while ago. I mean, just torrential, but it didn't last that long.
But it didn't rain everywhere.
That's weird.
Nana and them did not get a lick of rain.
None? That's crazy.
And over here, we got torrential downpour.
Yeah.
And there's only a mile difference.
Right, between BB and mom and oldest kid, 1 mile.
Yeah.
But there's also a ridge. And apparently that ridge of mountain there is enough to change the weather pattern.
It doesn't go that deep into us.
It's crazy.
That ridge does not go that deep into the thing. So
you can't, I mean, seriously. All that stuff with the vibration and the frequency and the wind flow and all that stuff, apparently it makes a hell of a difference. But we're supposed to have cooler temperatures like in the 70s and down in the 50s at night. And I am so excited.
That's because we're still out of air conditioning.
We are.
We got a little window unit, but it's trying its best.
We've been making it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and it's a matter of having some common sense and sitting and thinking and asking people that's been through similar situations and them going, oh, you do it like this.
Yeah. It's livable at this point.
Yeah. But I am so looking forward not only to having air conditioning in the house again, all over, because when you go in the kitchen to cook, it's warm in the kitchen. It's warm.
It's warm. It's really hot.
and to cook something, whether it's oven or whether it's stove, and it's just like, whew, do I really want? Kid and I have been living on meal replacement shakes and pork rinds, and we've been okay with it.
I mean,
and
we
coffee.
had spaghetti today, but that's pretty accurate to our diet lately.
I did find some kind of I'm convinced that it's some kind of 3D printed food replacement.
The noodles.
I don't know what they
3D
are,
printed noodles.
but they are really tasty, and they do not screw up my glucose level. So
no,
I'm not reading.
Good. They don't taste like anything, but like be
it's
good.
Texture. It's texture.
It's
it makes
an odd
you feel
texture.
like you're eating spaghetti.
Does it though?
It
has
does.
A weird
Hey,
bounce
for those
to
when you have something like that taken out of your diet, you were the one that was whining about there's no noodles left. There's no noodles.
Yeah, because I want my noodles with my sauce. I want my noodles with my sauce, and I want that Parmesan on top.
And the Parmesan on top of the Parmesan. I'm not joking. He had fresh Parmesan, and then he put the dried Parmesan.
Yeah, I did.
Which I don't know that that's really cheese. I don't know what that is.
It adds texture. It's texture. That's what it is.
It's tasty, whatever it is. Yeah, it is tasty. I do like the, the Kraft Parmesan, whatever. So,
I mean, I have no qualms with the powdered Parmesan.
No, it's tasty. And I actually watched some of the Loch Ness Nessie Cam thing. And I can't remember which one I had. I told Blue which one I had watched.
You're avoiding the topic. Of
No,
the day.
I'm not. I'm getting there. I had actually looked for the one that was Shoreland Lodges, and it was the loch that was near Fort Augustus. And I saw something when I first turned on their live stream camera. I saw something in the water.
You saw a thing.
I saw a thing. It was a dark object. It was too big. It wasn't a duck. It was whatever. And it was just there for a split second. It went under the water, and that was it.
It wasn't no crocodile. It wasn't no gator.
No, they don't have those in Scotland. I don't think they have those. Oh, okay. But that was a really fun thing, and I appreciate those people. And I am avoiding the main topic because Kid has been trying to calm me down since last night. And I'm not naming names.
You just told me no, that you weren't avoiding it, that you were going to... Which is it?
It's like I paid $20 to watch a special event of an individual who does have who is talented in a lot of ways.
But so dumb and so...
And it's like, I'm not trying to call this person out. But honest to God, when you have that much misinformation, this person was not trying to intentionally misdirecting, but I'm trying to be entirely too PC with this, ain't I? He didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Yeah.
On multiple levels. And it's
didn't
like,
know what the hell he was talking about.
It started last night. I was actually watching the live stream, and after about 30 minutes, and I'm like, I was in here, Kid has had to deal with me. I will be sitting here absolutely cussing loudly through the whole house.
Been sitting there.
And then I would get escalated, and I would have to turn the damn thing. It was bad enough to where after about I don't even know if I made it an hour the first time.
I was in there cleaning, and they were like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Not like that, but
oh, it was probably much worse than that. It was probably louder, and yeah.
It was.
And so I tried it again this morning.
You stormed through
2 or 3 times. Angry. And it's like, first of all, people, it's like twins and triplets, which that's a rare thing. It's almost impossible. That's usually as far as the cells splitting off of the single egg. Most people know that. It is not a matter of multiple sperm and multiple eggs at the same time. Not
like
saying that
cats.
totally can't happen, because, my God, somewhere in the history of history, at some point, that shit has happened, and somebody will be crying foul that I questioned it.
Well, usually that applies to cats.
No, cats are different. They was
Not
talking humans.
I'm sitting here listening to you. Yeah.
And
You're
then
getting escalated.
I am, because the level is stupid. I can't shake it off. And then, as far as the when you got a baby, and anybody who's birthed babies, and there's a lot of y'all out there that has birthed babies, the amniotic sac is there for protection. It does not feed. It actually collects waste and stuff. The child gets nourishment through the umbilical cord, not through the amniotic sac. So that was another one, and I'm going, oh yeah, shit. And then, as far as Nostradamus, we actually did. I did a deep dive as far as Nostradamus, the history of him, because you hear about this, and actually, for the most part, the man was a charlatan. Go back and you can find
It's
there somewhere on the inner zones.
It's in the records somewhere.
And it's like, those quatrains were written in such an obscure manner that it could have pertained to any damn thing. And you've always got these people, and they do that with prophecy. Any prophecy, not just Nostradamus. Oh, this means this. And in some ways, it's almost like, what is that? Is it pareidolia? Is that where you see an image in something that looks similar to something? Is that the word, pareidolia?
That's pareidolia.
It's almost making a connect. It's almost like that. It's making a connection where none really is. And then, as far as the Freemasons, and honest to God, I don't know enough about it. I know enough to leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah, same.
I know there's a lot of people that are good people, sincere people that are involved in this. They see that as a civic organization, and that they get involved. And then I have heard other people that were delivered out of it, that they talk about at that high-ranking stuff, that's some foul shit. That's all I know. Now, there are people
They're dealing with demons. That's what they're doing.
That's
They're
what
dealing
I've
with
heard.
malevolent entities.
That's what I've heard. And I knew that this individual was sort of, I was concerned about the person when he was glorifying Aleister Crowley. And that was months ago. And I'm like, dude, damn. No, that's some dark shit. Don't go there. I mean, that's why I told Kid, I said, hell, even Ozzy Osbourne knows not to mess with the Crowley stuff. Go listen to the song, Mr. Crowley. And Ozzy was talking about, dude, messing with things that he should not have. So
He probably saw him mess with some of the shit that he should
No, Ozzy ain't that old. I mean, Aleister Crowley was, I don't know when. You can Google search for yourself, people. I'm going to take a coffee slurp because I am getting escalated.
Uh-huh.
Amuse the troops, though, Kid.
Well, I'm going to look that up. So...
And so it's one of those that was part of it. And when you're sitting there listening to somebody and they keep just, and you're like, that they're not intentionally misinforming people, but they're in a position of power to a degree that people think that they really know, but they really don't, and the people are not willing to do the work themselves. And the point at which I stopped, and probably will not, I don't know, I got rid of my masochistic tendencies years ago. Was when he was saying that Abraham Lincoln was the first president that had been photographed. Well, that just flat out ain't so.
Yeah, that's historically incorrect. Unfactual.
Absolutely. I had looked it up earlier, and I don't know, I must have closed that tab. because I was just frustrated. And let's see if it's got on there. No. But it was not that individual. Lincoln was not the first one to be photographed. And it's just like, and that wasn't even halfway through the presentation.
Aleister Crowley, born in 1875.
Yeah.
Died in 1947.
Yeah, Ozzy's not quite that old.
Yeah. You're right.
God love him.
He's still
Poor
kicking.
little Ozzy. Ozzy's not as dumb as people can give him credit for.
Speaking of factually incorrect, I'm just over here like, Ozzy probably knew
Go ahead,
him.
while you're over there doing your thing, go ahead and look up who was the first president to be photographed. And it's like, we always tell you, hey, fact check us. This is where we've got our sources. This is what I believe to be true. Do your own research. I can't remember if it was Bruce Springsteen or whoever it was, blind faith in anything will get you killed. Now, being a child of the 60s, being born in the 60s, we learned to be skeptical of a lot of things, a lot of people. Going through college, they'll teach you some skepticism too, because just somebody says that they know something,
Quincy.
that does not mean that they know what they think they know. What was it, Quincy Adams?
Yeah.
What year was that?
1843.
Okay.
John Quincy Adams.
Mm-hmm. John Quincy. Yeah.
He was the first president to be photographed.
Right. That's a historical fact. And we've got people that are wanting to question reality. That's a psyops. But anytime that you've got, I went through this as far as the new age bullshit and stuff like that. Anytime that you've got a group of people that says that they know something that other people don't know, I don't care if it's a belief system, I don't care if it's an organization, no, that they have hidden knowledge. And it, for a nominal fee, cross their palm with silver, and you can have access to that hidden knowledge. And that includes a lot of TV preachers.
Yeah. Which
pisses me off just worse. It pisses me off worse.
Yes.
Knowledge is there. Now, there are things that have not yet been uncovered. There's a lot of things like, is humanity actually older than we believe that it is? There is some evidence that suggests that may be so. But I cannot, that's where you go into listen to Graham Hancock. See, I can give you references of where to go and where I have gotten some of the knowledge, But at this point, nobody knows for sure. That's just like the UFOs and the aliens and stuff. Until this past congressional hearing, you had people who had had personal experiences, but it was not considered fact as far as the general populace was concerned. It's still not considered fact. There's a lot of evidence that suggests that this is true. But for me to sit, I can sit there and tell you, yeah, I've heard, I've studied this shit for like, almost 60 years now. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you where I've come to my knowledge and share references, but I'm not going to sit there and go, you got to believe like I got to believe, or that I've got some, hidden knowledge that I'm not going to share with you. Oh, hell no, I'm a Leo. Everything's just out there on the table. Yeah, I do not have poker face, I assure you.
Yeah, that's all right.
When you get into secret societies and hidden knowledges and different things like that, you can get into some really dark shit.
You can. Because
light is there to shine, to drive away darkness.
Yeah, it's to illuminate.
So you got to think about it. Light, there's nothing
what is hidden.
Right. And to sit there and go, oh, well, if you don't understand this, I understand this because I'm more evolved. Bullshit.
Who are you to say that you're more evolved?
It's like, no, that's a sure sign that somebody is missing the mark right there.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned and pissed off. And it's just one of those, am I going to, was that $20 I sort of
It was sort of
wasted.
$20 that you threw down the drain.
Yeah.
That you decided to just check it in the shredder and then burn it and then flush to the ashes.
I could have done much better with it. Well, what concerned me, and like I said, this person does have gifts, but what he was missing, and I've seen him do that before because he's, and this is hard when you have a spiritual gift and you know a thing. It is a matter of trying to present it, and it's like, is this message for other people or is this message for me? And am I included in this message of what needs to know?
If you're questioning if it's for you,
then it probably
then it's not for you.
I don't know. There are times that it's a matter of the awareness.
But if it's like you feel it, you can feel it. It's like, if you're not vibing with it, then it ain't for you.
I don't know.
If it doesn't connect to your spirit
right,
that, it's not for you.
But but there's a lot of people that they'll sit there and go, oh, that he don't mean me. That don't mean me. And
well,
they
usually say it with that same voice. They usually say it, and it's always like them being like, no. But on the inside, they're like,
yeah.
Oh, God, he's talking about me. But I'm not going to show that shit.
That happens a lot. That happens a lot, and it's people that's in denial.
Yeah.
And as far as one of the things that was said was about religion, he missed it. He missed that information. He didn't hear it at all. Because it was not directed towards organized religions per se today. It was more the cult-like groups that have become their own religions.
Yeah.
And that if you do not think as they think, you are a heretic. And they are just as vehement as people back during the Inquisition. And I don't see how in the hell he missed that. I don't.
Yeah. And that's scary. Mm-hmm. That is, honestly, that is truly terrifying that he completely missed that. Mm-hmm. But that's probably because he is one of them.
Well, it could be. But the thing is, this is the difference as far as having discernment.
But you can sort of tell that there's that inner turmoil in him.
Oh, he's had a lot of inner turmoil for several years. Yeah. I've noticed that. And I keep praying. So, like I said, this was not about trying to shame somebody. It was a matter of saying, if you're getting up to give a presentation to try to edify somebody, please make sure that you, to the best of your ability, that you know what you think you know. My oldest kid was the one that called my hand on that years ago. He was. I'm like, I went to school. I learned this. He's like, questioning. And at first it pissed me off, and I got to pondering it, and I thought, damn it, he's right. And so I do. I go back and double check, and it's like, do I know what I think I know? Did the people that teach me, did they know? Mm-hmm. Now, you can get lost down a rabbit hole real fast on that.
Oh, yeah.
But is that self-reflection? And during this period of time, these retrograde seasons, do that. Take this time to better yourself. Do your own research. Study for yourself. Don't blindly believe what anybody says.
No, don't do that. If you have the means to research.
Oh, there's always means.
If you don't got a computer or anything.
If they don't got a computer, they probably ain't going to be listening to us.
Bullshit. Everybody, most people have a phone if they don't have a computer.
Isn't that a computer? It's a handheld computer.
No, it's a phone. It's a different thing.
It's a handheld computer.
It's not considered
you
a
sit
computer.
there and ask the Google gremlin questions all the time.
Hey, Siri.
Yeah, see, that's it. It's got a name.
Is
that's
the
scary.
phone considered a computer? I'll Google it for you. I'll even fucking Google it for you.
a cell phone is a miniature computer. It really is. You can do all kinds of
in
things
technicality, but it cannot do some of the things a PC or a laptop can.
Right.
So those are the original. Some of the original
splitting
computers.
hairs. He's
Yes.
splitting hairs.
Yes.
Next, we're going to sit and debate how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. Yes. So
Now, that's a possibility for them anyway. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They ain't bound to our like laws of physics and dimensions and shit.
but I figured that I would just take this time to clear my spirit to share with others what I know, which is please be careful who you listen to. Now, I can honestly say that we would never intentionally misguide anybody on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we have put that out there before. It's like, if I'm wrong on something, that somebody can go, Orlando, honey, you need to rethink this. I have this information. Add this into your essence of being and what you know or need to relearn or whatever. Yeah. So, I would hate to think that I was ever so arrogant that I thought I knew everything. That is the definition of a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kid, final thoughts?
Don't be the fool.
Yeah. You don't have to be a fool. And I'm going to give Kid a break, and I am not going to approach that video for the rest of the evening. We watched Baron Munchausen last night, The Adventures
Go
of Baron
watch that
Munchausen.
movie. Go watch it.
You can watch it on
is so
YouTube.
good.
It's got, you can watch it free. It's got ads in it, but that's not a big whip. That is such a really, really good movie.
It really is. And it makes you think.
It does make you think. Brilliant. Yeah. Terry Gilliam.
Would we be able to do more if we were not confined to the walls that is logic
Sure.
and reasoning as far as this reality?
Right. Well, it was the age of reason had taken away as far as the cucumber trees. We need imagination, especially
do.
right now. It's what's going to get us through.
We need pink elephants, cucumber trees.
And I think it was the three-legged cyclops.
Three-legged
was what he was
cyclops.
talking about. All kinds
I
of cool
added in
stuff.
the pink elephant from some other
That's
fucking
okay.
mythical thing.
You can make the elephants pink or purple or
It was
polka
from a
dotted.
story. I don't remember what story it was. The pink elephant.
Yeah. There was one that was polka dotted. I can't remember. That
Yeah.
was the one that was on Rudolph on the Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah.
The little polka dotted elephant. And we loved it.
Yes.
We wanted them all.
Yes.
We would have taken them all.
Literally, yeah, that would have been my home.
Yeah. So that's final thoughts.
Yeah.
So, hope you enjoyed. This truly was coffee talk. This was just to sit there and sip and have a biscotti. Have another one
Yes.
for me since I'm off the gluten again.
Mm-hmm.
If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and that's there in the description box.
Yes, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
Yeah. Know
Yes.
that you're loved.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.